Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Guys, I got a problem. My turbo is still leaking. You know what? Cut the intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Alright guys, if you enjoyed that intro, you already know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, bell notification. But otherwise than that, this video, I'm really going to just be trying to take off some of the intake system because I've been smelling this oil and it sucks that I'm back here again. But in this case, I don't really think it's the drain now. I think it's the oil feed, and I'm going to try my best to get to it. So I'm going to just try to show you some of the steps of me getting to it, and hopefully it succeeds. But also on top of that, we're getting some other noises from the suspension on the driver's side. I've been hitting potholes and I've been hearing like a binding popping noise. I don't know if it's my axle or my stabilizer links, but hopefully I can show you guys what I do there. But otherwise, let's get started. For me to be able to access the turbo down there, I'm gonna have to move some stuff out the way. I'm gonna have to move the W1 catch can, which uses a 12mm bolt. There's also gonna be another bolt here, which I already removed. This 12mm bolt, and I already had this one removed. So pretty much 4 12mm bolts. I'm gonna have to unclamp my home DIY blower valve kit that I made. So I'll probably get a bunch of questions about it and how cheap it looks, but it works. Otherwise than that, once I do knock that stuff out the way, this should be able to just move this to the side. I'm not gonna disconnect the coolant hoses. I'm just gonna like pretty much bend this over that way. So let me fast forward to that. And just guys, use an extension. You can use any regular ratchet or whatever. So let me just fast forward a longer. All right, so what you're gonna do next now is to get off the OEM clamp. You only need to take off one. From factory, they actually come it slanted this way. I guess they want you to remove it also for warranty purposes, have this band the opposite way. But we just want to slide this off, so we're gonna end up taking off this, unclamping this, and this is a 7mm socket. We're gonna unclip this because it's part of the harness. So when we pull it, we're gonna be able to pull this out the way. I might have to move some of this vacuum line out of the way too. But I already got most of the bolts off. And also this OEM, this should be an OEM band. Also, this is gonna be a 7mm too. So, or you can use a flathead. And once I do that, I should be able to push and slide this out. This may get caught a little bit over here too, but we'll see what happens. Let's fast forward. Also, everybody, you're gonna need to unclip this and unclip this so that you can be able to move this that way. Be careful not to, cut this hose or anything like that. So just be careful on bonding that. Sometimes my own vacuum line got in the way, so I had to disconnect my catch can line because it was in the way. But at least now I can reroute it properly. But yeah, definitely don't forget to unclip these two so you can be able to flip it over. Okay. All right, buddy. So the next thing you want to remove is the the strap down here. This allows me to pull the whole blower valve system off. But to be honest, you might not even need to remove the top cooler. But I wanted to get access to everything because I spilled a lot of oil on the valve cover. So I just want to make sure that a lot of the oil residue I am seeing isn't coming off of that. So yeah, unloosen this band, and then from then on, we're gonna be able to move this blower valve assembly and coupling out the way, and then look inside of the cold side of the turbo and hopefully have better access to the oil feed line. All right, guys. So what I realized is that I thought one of these lines were the oil lines. I should looked at the map, pretty much the schematics of the car. So pretty much this is the coolant line. I assume this is probably the coolant line for the possible feed for the coolant, and this one is like the drain. Pretty much just goes through the turbos because this line runs back into this hard line here, that hard line right here, and that goes into the heater core, I believe. And this other line is the line that goes through the throttle bodies to heat it up. See if you take a look over there and see how it's routed. So there's no oil lines that I can necessarily get to right now because this is also coolant line. So I'm gonna go back under, take a look, and see what I can see from down there. All right, guys. So taking a look at the bottom part again. Sorry for dropping the phone. Still have an oil leak here, and this is the oil drain drain here. It's very hard for me to locate where the feed is because I believe it may be closest to the block. See how that line goes right up into the oil pan itself. So that's the drain. I cannot locate the feed. I don't know where the feed is at. And there's really not much I can do from this end. I'm just trying to see if I can stick the phone in here and maybe see something. But at this current moment, I literally can't get to the fucking, sorry guys, the feed for this car. Yeah, I'm a little bit mad. It is what it is. Whew. I don't know, but you guys see that the residue is getting worse. And I don't think it's, excuse me guys, I don't think I replaced the right gasket, because I don't think it's this gasket. I think now it's definitely something else. Sucks, but it is what it is. Everybody, so I'm pretty much gonna give up now. I can't find the oil feed line. I may try to take off this intake and see if I have better access visually, but yeah, at this current moment, I just can't get to it. It's too much, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Take off this intake real quick, and we'll see where we can get to from there. All right, guys. So come right along with me. So pretty much today, all I was trying to do was see if I can access the oil feed line. A few people hit me up in the ID. Shouts to training and everything. I can't get to the oil feed line. I believe it's right next to the block, at which I have no access to. Even if I take off the intake, I looked at it and there's no way for me to even get to it. I can't visually even see it, and I've tried to even get my slim hands in it, and can't get there. Some of the other things that I did on my car today was I actually took off my stabilizer links, because I've been having a noise from the driver's side too every time I hit a pothole. You guys know I'm on coilovers and aftermarket stabilizer links. So I'm not saying you should do this, but one of the ways that you can see if your stabilizer links are is disconnect both of them in the front and drive the car. Of course, secure the sway bar or take the sway bar off and don't let it spin or anything like that. If I hear the noise while turning, it's like an up and down noise. It's the stabilizer links. So even though I just replaced them, honestly though, I think it's the axle, because the axle do have a little bit of play. So take a look and listen to this. Now I don't know if you guys heard that, but I already took the wheel off and everything, and there is movement on the part of the axle that connects to the spindle in and out. Not the plunger that goes into the diff or into the shaft. There would be a shaft on this side. It's actually just that, because of the part of the axle shaft that bolts up to the spindle, it has bearings in it. So there shouldn't be no play in and out on there, and that's what I'm getting. So I'm thinking that when I hit bumps, the axle is like literally just like this back and forth when it hits a bump. So honestly, I think that's where the noise is coming from. But I want to just eliminate the axles of the stabilizer links, and once I eliminate that stuff, then I could be able to just make a better determination on what's going on with the car. But right now, there's a few little bit of suspension issues, at least this one. But to me, the oil leak is the biggest problem. It's not leaking as bad as it was before, though. I did try to see if I can tighten it even more. Maybe at Ola Motorworks, they might have installed it improperly. But that's actually not what happened. Yep, still hear the noise. Still hear the noise. So guys, I'm still hearing the same popping noise, and this is the first time me driving the car since then with the stabilizer links off, and it's still making the popping noise. I took a look at the ball joints and everything like that. They don't seem bad. I tried to wedge, a flathead between, see if there's any movement. The only thing else that was changed on this side was the engine mounts, but you could barely even get to them. But I took a look at them. They don't seem like they were sliding or sloshing around. So honestly, at this point, I think it is the axle on the driver's side. And some people might jump in and say, well, Boost, remember, we told you you should change both sides. Oh, you got me this time. Yep. Still hear the noise. So it's not the stabilizer links. So guys, I'll be ordering an axle for the driver's side, because that's where I know that has the most movement and play, and you know, it is what it is. For the oil leak, honestly, at this point, I don't know what to do. It's not a really bad oil leak like when I first had to change it, but it's still an oil leak, and over time, it would only get worse. Hopefully, it doesn't get any more worse. So, if I got any Infinity techs, definitely hit me up in my DM at Boost Emotion at IG and Facebook, and boostemotion@gmail.com. I want to know what should I do after this point, because if I can't get to oil drain feed, that means that the only way to probably replace it is to change the whole turbo itself, to take out the turbo, and that doesn't make sense, because if I'm taking out the driver's side turbo, I'm replacing it with a new turbo, or I'm gonna just go full bolt on turbos, and that wouldn't really make any sense either, because you know, my turbos are good. I took a look at them when I took off the intake and everything. There's no oil coming on the cooler side, and I don't have any oil shooting out the exhaust. Doesn't mean I don't know what the hot side looks like on the inside behind the cats, but still, you know. But otherwise than that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my videos, you know what to do. I don't have as much energy as I usually would have, because I'm a little tired. I've been really working on this car all day, just trying to see what this issue may be and try my best to alleviate it. But otherwise than that, you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you guys, always. Appreciate it. My merch is below. Check me out. Thank you.